Recording.
What's going on, everybody? Hi, Lisa. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Are you going to participate in the class?
Yes, I will.
Okay, perfect. Do you have your camera on?
Yeah, 1 second.
Sure.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
How's
So
your day
yeah,
going?
good. Not doing much today.
Oh, good, good, good. Here's been good too. Um, been doing lots.
Yeah, I saw you had 3 classes today.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was great. And since they all started last week, it's good that some of them they have 4 people, some have 1, so it's giving me time to adjust.
Mm.
And so I'm excited because today we're going to do the class today is on limiting belief release
Mhm.
or belief change. And it's super simple, it's not complicated. But before we start there, um, we're going to start the class with a short meditation. Which, by the way, how was that the release negative emotions class for you?
It was good, but I especially liked the first part um with the meditation, and then what was that? It's just, I don't know. I think I chose a wrong memory or something, because it was like not like a memory, it's just like a feeling, and I couldn't think of something specific, so it was hard for me to go back. uh so I was a little confused by that.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what happens on the recording. Sometimes it's okay to follow along, and sometimes it's not okay to follow along. That's why the recordings work better if someone is in the class and then they watch the recording and then they remember.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you went through the recording because that way you at least know what the class is about.
Mhm.
And what did you think about the people's reactions?
It was so cool, like impressive how in 20 minutes or so they just changed the way they felt about the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what can happen to anyone
Yeah.
that experiences this. So as you are learning more about this and you experience it yourself, you then will have a better understanding of what to share with other people that want to experience the same thing. And um, and if the more people you bring, the more people will buy. The more people will buy, the more money you make.
Hmm.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan? It's a
Hmm.
win-win, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a win-win. Okay, so are you in a position where you can close your eyes and meditate for a few minutes?
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to meditate for about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's start with our eyes closed, and we're going to do 4 deep breaths. And when we exhale, we're going to exhale the sound of ha. So let's go ahead and take the first one. One more. Excellent. Continue breathing normally. Focus on your breathing. Notice the air coming in and out of your nose. Adjust your feet or legs, whatever parts of your body needs to be adjusted so you're completely relaxed. Focus on your jaw and tell your jaw to relax. Focus on your neck and tell your neck to relax. If you have a mantra or a prayer, you can begin now. And if you don't, just concentrate on your breath. In and out. Any sounds you hear besides my voice allows you to relax even deeper. If there are any thoughts taking your attention or distracting you, tell yourself, I am here. I am here. I am here. And bring your awareness to the here and now. Allow the corners of your mouth to rise ever so slightly, very little. Or maybe you start with the right corner of your mouth and allow it to lift just a little bit. Notice that if you lift one or both corners of your mouth, you have a smile. Notice what happens to your body when you have a smile for no reason. By meditating with a small smile, or you can have a big one too, you intensify and increase your health, your physical health. Now we're going to do an exercise. This is the forgiveness exercise. You will choose someone, pick someone in your life that you feel has done something to you that they should not have done, and bring that person's image to your mind's eye. See their face, their hair, their chin, their neck. See their arms, their clothes, their shoes. And now, looking up at their face, I'd like for you to start morphing their nose to your nose. Their nose starts becoming your nose. And now their eyes start becoming your eyes. Their forehead becomes your forehead. Their hair becomes your hair. Their neck becomes your neck. Their arm becomes your arm. Keep their clothes though. Keep their own clothes. Look at their feet become your feet. And realize that all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. You are giving the gift of forgiveness to you when you forgive others. Allow the forgiveness to integrate in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. And tell that person in front of you, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. Let's go ahead and take 4 deep breaths to come out of the exercise. One more. Excellent. Move your toes, move your fingers, move your shoulders, move your head, your neck, and slowly open your eyes and come back into the room. How's that?
Good. So peaceful.
Yeah, very peaceful.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on now that we did the forgiveness meditation. We're going to do the release of limiting belief. When I say limiting belief, what comes to mind?
Something that doesn't, like something that I'm scared of, probably, that doesn't let me do what I want to do. But actually, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have any limiting beliefs that you'd like to release today?
I think everyone has a lot.
Well,
But
how about one that you'd like to release today?
I think, um, yeah, I have one. Do I need to tell you?
Oh, good. Oh, good question. Let me think of that. Let me think of that. You actually don't.
Yeah.
You don't. So can we call that limiting belief number one?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that's limiting belief number one. And is it all right with your unconscious mind today for you to release this limiting belief and for you to be conscious of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do we're going to do two different. Do you have more than one?
Ah, I mean, they are connected.
They're connected. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to release the first one, and then I'm going to ask you again if you have any, and then if you have another one, then we'll release another one.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Have you ever heard of the term timeline?
Yes, I have. But I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Okay, good, good. So when you think of your past and all the things you have done, um, if you close your eyes and think of your past and you see, if you were to put a direction to your past, which direction would it be?
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
For me, it was from the past is from my left there, and there's the future, and I'm here.
Okay, good. Excellent. So that's your timeline.
Yeah.
So we did forgiveness, extinction, belief, limiting belief one, and then timeline. Okay. If what will happen if this limiting belief is released today?
I guess I'll feel more free.
Okay. So feel more free. What won't happen if you release this limiting belief today?
What won't happen? My life won't change. It will be the same.
Okay. Got it. Awesome. Are you familiar with the unconscious mind? Or when I say unconscious mind, what comes to mind?
That's some. That's when I'm not aware of something happening, but it's happening anyway.
Okay. Happening anyway. Okay. So, a couple things about the unconscious mind besides that
Mm.
is that the unconscious mind's job is to keep your body alive. So, do you tell your body to do the bodily functions such as heart beating, breathing, digesting? No?
Mm-mm.
And how does it function?
It does.
It does. So, let's call that the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind keeps the body running, the body working. And if you um, another thing that the unconscious mind does is represses emotions so that it can survive, so it can keep it alive. Because if it didn't suppress negative emotion, pe- people would not be able to function. So it does a good job in suppressing negative emotions until it's time to bring them to the surface.
Mm.
Okay? So because the job of the unconscious mind is to keep the body alive, it it suppresses negative emotions. It has some limiting beliefs also. However, it's almost like a child who's very smart because it keeps the body running, it keeps the digestion, the breathing, the heart beating. However, it takes almost everything personally. It thinks everything's about it. It thinks it's the center of the universe. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do the release work at the unconscious level. The unconscious mind also is like a supercomputer because it can process 1 million bits, 11 million bits of information per second. Can you guess how many bits of information the conscious mind can process in contrast?
One?
100. So 100 versus 11
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do work on this, okay? And the conscious mind may get in a way and say, hey, how about me? I have the answer. I know. Or I don't remember that. That's the conscious mind talking. Okay, so today we're gonna do work at the unconscious level. Make sense?
Yeah.
So let's practice. Tell me a number between 1 and 100.
55.
Between 55 and 150.
83.
Between 83 and 192.
110.
Good. So what just happened there is your unconscious mind giving you answers. Was it conscious?
I mean, I was trying to think something not to be not in the middle, because there's like a test. Sometimes people say that you always choose something in the middle. So I was thinking I shouldn't choose something in the middle. I
Oh,
still was probably.
okay, good. So it was a little bit conscious for you then.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so okay. Think of okay. So here's one for you. What number am I thinking? From 1 to 10.
7.
Yeah. For between 10 and 100. First thing comes to mind.
55.
Yes. So here's the goal. The goal is that when I ask your unconscious mind for something, you need to say the answer as soon as possible because that's the unconscious mind.
Yeah, I just keep thinking.
Okay?
Mm,
If you allow the unconscious mind to do the work, it's going to be super fast.
mm,
It's not conscious, it's not rationalizing, it's not even thinking.
mm.
It's just saying it.
Okay.
Okay? Um, is it all right with your unconscious mind for you to be free of this limiting belief today and for you to be aware of it consciously? This limiting belief, what has it done for you? What has happened in your life because of this limiting belief?
Hmm. I don't do some things that I would do if I didn't have this belief.
Okay. Are you comfortable sharing what those things would be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how to explain it. It's just let me think a little bit.
Okay, so check this out. So what we're doing now, we're getting you connected to the problem.
Okay.
Okay? So that when we do the release work, you're so connected to it so that you can be aware of it releasing. So I'm asking you these questions on purpose to get you connected to it, and it's going to be very short. So as soon as the more you get connected to it, and be okay, you don't have to share details, but as long as you get connected emotionally, we can do the release work very fast. So what has this problem done for you?
I'm just thinking about a lot of things at the same time. It's not something. It's not one.
Okay.
I need to choose like something one, right?
No,
Something
just tell
exact.
me all of them.
So I feel like I'm a bad person when I do something not really good for me or not really fair or not. It's not even that. I think that it's not good, but it's actually good. Like I feel guilty and bad for like, for example, lying when I need to lie, when I have to, like a little something that's not really true. I feel very guilty, and if I eat something unhealthy, I feel guilty sometimes, and it's
Okay.
like those little things
Yeah.
that are okay to do.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
You feel
Not like,
bad.
yeah.
Okay. Is that appropriate? Is that feeling that emotion? Is that an appropriate thing or is that inappropriate?
I don't think it's appropriate because it's okay not to be perfect, but
Right. So you think it's inappropriate then?
yeah.
Okay. So what do you tell yourself when that happens? Like, what's the limiting belief? What do you believe about yourself that you don't like?
That I'm a bad person?
Is that true?
No.
Do you do you act as if you are?
I don't think so.
Okay. Have you in the past acted as if you were?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
No.
Then okay. So you don't have a problem then there in that area.
But I feel, yeah, when I think about it, I understand that it's not bad, but I still, when it happens, I feel that I'm wrong, that I'm doing something wrong, and
Well, you said that you feel like you're doing something wrong when you tell a white lie.
it's not about that. It's just it's different things all the time.
Okay. If ask your unconscious mind, what is the limiting belief that you like to release today?
That I should be perfect.
Okay. I should be perfect. Is that a limiting belief?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to release that today?
Hmm.
Okay. What will happen when you release I should be perfect?
I will feel better.
Okay, feel better. And what won't happen after you release I should be perfect?
What won't? I don't know. What do you mean? What won't happen?
It's okay. It's an unconscious question. If you don't have an answer, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. So go ahead and get comfortable. We're gonna do the release work. You're gonna close your eyes. And I like to ask your unconscious mind, what is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected, will cause the problem to disappear. What's the root cause? If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? First thing comes to mind, before, during, or after. Unconscious mind. Go ahead and tell me, was it before, during, or after?
Right?
During. Perfect. I'd like for you to ask your unconscious mind to float up in the air above your timeline and head towards the past, towards the event, and float down into the event. So you are seeing things through your own eyes. Notice what emotions are present. And also note if you are aware of the decision that was made there too. The decision that I should be perfect. Are you aware of the decision that was made there? Yes or no? I would like you to wind the movie of your memory, fast forward or reverse until you get to the moment of the when the decision was made. The decision that I should be perfect.
Okay.
Did you get it? Excellent. Now float up above your timeline, look towards the past, and start floating towards the past. And notice that you're leaving the event. You're floating towards the past and go to a position well before the beginning of the event or any of the chain of events that led to that event. So float towards the past to a position well before the beginning of the event or any of the chain of events that led to that event. And turn and look toward now. Preserve the positive learnings. Now, where are the emotions? And the decision, where's the decision? Is it there or did it disappear?
Not
Not there. Excellent. How about the emotions? Are they there or have they disappeared?
no emotions either.
Excellent. Float down inside the event, looking through your own eyes, and check on the emotions. Are they there or have they disappeared?
Almost disappeared.
Almost?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So float up above your timeline, head towards the past to a location even farther than where you were before, to a location so far in the past, well before the beginning of the event or any of the chain of events that led to that event, and turn and look toward now and preserve the positive learnings. Now, where are the emotions? Good. And the decision, where's the decision? What?
It's not here.
Not here. Good. Float down inside the event and looking through your own eyes, check on the emotions. Are they there or have they disappeared?
Probably disappeared.
They disappeared?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. How about the decision? Did it disappear too?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Now float up above your timeline and go back to that position where you were before in the past. So the event is in front of you and below you, and start coming back to now only as quickly as you allow all of the events between then and now to reevaluate themselves in light of your new choices. And let go of the negative emotions on those events. Like a domino effect. Because you released that old belief at the root cause, all subsequent events will release as well, like a domino effect, like dominoes falling. And start coming back to now and floating back to now only as quickly as you allow all the events between then and now to reevaluate themselves in light of your new choices. And let go of all of the negative emotions on those events and preserve the learnings and let go of the emotions and allow each event to reevaluate itself all the way back to now. You're floating back to now, preserving the learnings, releasing all of the emotions connected to that old belief, like a domino effect, completely healing and changing your past all the way back to now. You coming back to now, allowing all of the events to reevaluate themselves. Events are being reevaluated. Negative emotions are being let go and released on all of those events. The learnings are being preserved, and you let go of the emotions all the way back to now, and come back to now and back into the room. Come back to now, come back into the room. You're doing excellent. Come back to now, into the room, and when you're ready, open your eyes slowly. Excellent. Now, how do you feel about that old belief?
It's like it's something. mm, how do you explain? It kind of flew away.
You flew away.
Yeah.
Good, good. Now, is it okay if we test? Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to go out into the future. Go out into the future on your timeline to anytime in the future that will be most appropriate, and imagine a time when that old belief might happen again, and what do you do? Tell me, what do you do? How do you act?
Mm. I
How do
breathe.
you, what's that?
I breathe and remember that I sent it. That I went to the past. Change.
Excellent. Wonderful. Come back to now. Come back into the room. That was a big one, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
I even I feel a little dizzy because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Well,
like I really went to the past and returned back.
it was very far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a lot of traveling.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, the cool thing about going to the past and on a timeline is you don't need to take your ID with you, your wallet, your passport. There's no immigration. You can just travel. Excellent. Um, ask your unconscious mind if there is another limiting belief that you'd like to release, or if that was enough for today.
I think that was enough.
Okay, good. What would you tell to someone who wants to do this type of work with me, but they have not experienced it yet? What would you tell that person?
This exact session, or
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I would explain to them how it works, how you go to the past before it happened, and then it disappears, and that's how it works. But you mean you want me to tell exactly what I would say someone if they
No,
ask what it is,
it's
or
more of a
just
general question. It's more of a general question. Um, so what I found is that when if I share to with people how it is, they're not very interested. But if I share with people the results, like this is how I was before and this is how I was after, they get more connected to results instead of the how.
Mhm. Yeah, so first I need to tell them what they get, and then maybe if they want to know how, then how it happens.
If they ask how it happens, I would say I would be very general.
hmm
General. The opposite of a specific.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Um, that's what I'll do. Because if you get any specific, they might start drawing conclusions that are not correct.
hmm
So it's good to be very general. So Lisa, how are you before the session today, and how are you now?
However, mm, I was more nervous and tense than now. Now I'm more relaxed and peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like that you could share that.
hmm
I was tense, I was nervous, and then after the session I was relaxed and peaceful.
Oh,
And then you can ask people, would you like to experience the same? There's a class coming up.
hmm
Can I send you a link? Can I share a link with you?
okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So the work we did today, there are four bodies. Okay, there's the spiritual, there's the mental, emotional, and physical. We did a lot of work in the mental and an emotional body, and it's going to affect your physical and your spiritual.
hmm
So drink, enough water. Uh, allow your physical body to integrate the changes. You should feel that things are easier. You should feel that your decision making process is quicker because things are more obvious. And you should also notice how much more peaceful you are, um, and things that used to get you nervous or anxious no longer do. You just it just those things are, they have no effect on you, which then you can just be, you can choose your emotions. And so for people that want to, it might be wondering, so this is one session, so what do people get when they buy something? They get 4 of these sessions, 101, once a week for a month, and then they get the for month 2 to 12, so it's a 12-month program. They don't have any baggage anymore, so it takes 4 weeks, release all the baggage. For the second month, second, third, fourth, all the way to 12, since they don't have any more baggage, what happens is I help them create games. And this is games for them to play in life. So it could be the game of finding a girlfriend or boyfriend, a game of building a business, the game of finding a perfect job, the game of traveling around the world. So it's like creating a life through games. Because now they don't have any baggage anymore, so they can just play any game they want, and it's sustainable. There's no more self-sabotage. There's no victim. They just do. It's pretty much, it's similar to how birds are, but birds are better. Because birds, they just do whatever they want.
Why birds?
Because birds fly.
Oh.
I was thinking of monkeys, the cute ones, because they just do whatever they want. They jump from tree to tree. Um, so it's similar to certain animals where they just live and they just do whatever they want. Except that, we can do so much more.
Yeah.
We get to create. So that's and as you come to more of these classes, you start getting like, oh yeah, once I'm releasing, I release that, release this, I release anger, I release guilt, I release I any limiting belief, then gets to a point that there's no more limiting belief. It's just like, okay, I can just do whatever I want. Make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. So do you I'll send you a link right now to the latest list of classes.
Yes, you sent it to me today.
I did, right? I
Yeah.
think I updated it already.
Oh.
I think I added another. Let me see what I sent you. Ba-da-da-da-dum.
So again, I didn't really get the first month. It's 4 classes. Is it just 4 classes per month or 4 classes every week?
It's okay. So the classes that are free,
Mm-hmm.
they won't be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can stop them at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the goal of the classes is to get people to become paying customers, and after they become paying customers, the classes will be less and less. So they can come to the free classes, um, and but they will have 4 private classes with me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and then for the second month and beyond, it'll be group classes, but it'll be only for the paid clients.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Okay.
free classes, it's usually to release baggage. The paid classes will be to release baggage privately and to create the game of life.
Mm-hmm.
Releasing the baggage is very simple. You'll get to a point where maybe it won't take four sessions or 4 classes. The game of life is what takes more time, and it's where all the fun is, because you
Mm,
get to do, you get to create.
mm, cool.
So the yearly price right now is 5,000. So every week they will have a session.
Mm-hmm.
The first month is private. For the month 2 and beyond, it's group.
Mm-hmm.
And very soon, because 5,000 is so low in this industry, very soon we'll go up to 10. So tell them, look, for maybe 2 weeks, it'll be 5,000 after this, or actually, let's just say for next week. For the next week, it's at 5,000. After that, it'll go up to 10,000. So if they want the early pricing, you can tell them. So just to give you an example, for instance, my teacher, he charges 6,000 a month, so 72,000 a year
Oh.
for the same thing.
So if it's 6,000 a month, so it's more than 1,000 for one session for one
Yeah,
hour.
yeah. So the people that hire him usually are business owners
Mm-hmm.
that are making $1 million or more.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Um, so that just in comparison, so you can tell, people, Fernando's teacher charges 72,000 a month. I mean, a year. Fernando's charging five. Well, it's charging actually 10, but for the next week it's five.
Mm-hmm.
And you will find that people that can afford will think it's a good deal if they can release anger, sadness, hurt, guilt, limiting beliefs. They would think that, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's actually a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you experience it, the more you go, look, I used to have this old belief, or I used to have this old emotion, and then you share your story, uh, which some people might think, oh, it works for you or it works for other people, but not for me. But then you tell your story and they go, oh, if it works for her, it works for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And where do you want me to find people? Just you want me to tell everyone I know, or how?
No, not necessarily people you know, people that you think will benefit from this. So, where for instance, so this is marketing, right? I'm a therapist. Second, I'm a marketer, but I'm a new marketer. So I'm learning as I go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like this morning I was talking to someone on the phone and I said, I need a sales marketer, a director of marketing so they can bring people to my classes so I don't have to think about marketing. So you asking me now, like you want me to go and tell my friends, that's more of a marketing question. And I'd like for you to start study marketing on separately on your own. Like ask your unconscious mind, like where can I find the people that have the money and that would be happy, like thrilled to be so um it would be so say happy to hear from you that you actually reached out to them and offering this program.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, instead of me getting into it, because if I get into marketing, that means I'm not being a therapist, and I'd rather be a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And yeah, and I'm still looking for a director of sales, and if I find that person, then that person can train you. Um, and I think sales is one of the best things ever, because in sales you can work one time a week and you're done. If you do one sale, two, three sales a day, done. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Hmm.
Cool. All right. Do you have any questions?
No.
Awesome. Well, it's great. Great connecting with you. This was amazing. Did you have fun?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Cool. All right. I'm looking forward to connecting with you again. And I'll speak with you later.
Yeah,
Let me know if you have any questions, okay?
okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye.